A beautiful sunny afternoon here in the autumn at Brands Hatch for what's going to be a thrilling end to the season. And as they get away, it does look like Mitchum's got the better of the starts. In the middle of the pack, it is Tilly, who is very slow away and clips Bill Addison, who clatters into the Armco just off the start line. His race looks to be run before it's almost started. Very unfortunate for Addison, just caught up by the fact that Tilly was so slow away. And it does look like Rachel Green has been swamped by the pack as they come up through Druids Corner and charge down towards Graham Hill. She's looking to try to get back ahead of Bialan. She goes in deep. Bialan defends. It looks like she may be able to get momentum and get the cut back as they charge down towards Surtees. And it does look like she's done that. She has got to the inside. She manages to tough it out with Bialan. He has to tuck back in again, as we see there. Steve Ross in the 11 car, put it under pressure by Peter Ratcliffe, who in turn seems to have just been able to edge ahead. And the 42 car there of David Knox really was demonstrating exactly how easy it is to get out of shape as Green gets to the outside. Now, can she go around the outside of Witcham? If she can do that, that's going to be an awesome bit of overtaking. No, she can't, but she certainly can get momentum as they come back up the hill towards Druids. And it does look like she's done it. She's managed to do a brilliant cutback coming out of paddock. One of the most traditional ways of overtaking a Paddock Hill bend is to go in deep, get the cut back, and then be on the inside as they come up to Druids. And she was so quick out of this corner here, Graham Hill bend before, and enabled her to get ahead of Bialan earlier on in the race. But he, in turn, is now putting pressure on Mitchum. Behind him, he has Graham Fenimore, the championship leader, the man that's looking to wrap up his second consecutive Caterham Superlight Championship. He gets a good run out of Clearways, gets to the inside of Bialan, but has to duck back out of it. Thinks better of it. Bialan goes defensive very early. Fenimore's thinking about trying to just dive down at the last minute. Very bumpy down on the right-hand side as they approach Paddock Hill bend. As you come into the braking zone, the last part of it dips away to the inside towards the apex, and very easy to lock up. To any of the top drivers at this stage in the race, they all seem to have a similar level of pace. We saw just how close qualifying was earlier on when we could see the pole position time, and the top three, in fact, between pole and third was less than a tenth of a second. 1.22 miles to be precise here at Brands Hatch on the Indy circuit, so called because around about 30 years ago we saw, look at that, Fenimore around the outside and being able to get back across in front of Green before the corner. That is outstanding from Fenimore, really decisive, very aggressive, but very fair bit of driving. I don't think Rachel Green expected that at all. Sometimes we see him a little bit more sideways coming out of the corners than some of his immediate competitors. Ratcliffe thinking of going in deep. He's going to now allow himself to be open to being overtaken by Denny, and that's exactly what's happened. But they're going to try and tough it out as they come up the hill towards Druids. I don't think Ratcliffe's going to be able to hang on to the position, but he's certainly trying. He's trying to stay there so that when they come down to Graham Hill, he's got the inside line. But no, Denny manages to just maintain that hard-earned position, and now he's after Mitchum again. Slightly different designs in terms of where people turn into some of the corners. Some of the drivers like to roll the car in early, some turn in later, are pushing the cars in terms of getting on the power, getting the cars sliding. Again, Ratcliffe thinks about something, thinks about this time going the outside route to be able to get the cut back. You can see he's been watching that Denny's been struggling with getting the power down. He now cuts back, and look, it's allowed Mitchum to get right back on the tail of these two guys. And certainly no lack of effort on behalf of these drivers here, something you've always come to expect in the Avon Tyres Caterham Superlight Challenge. It's provided even great racing throughout the season. I drove one of these cars once on the road. Well, it was a Caterham Vauxhall version, and he had to wear a crash helmet. It was the only way you could see. But look there, that scrap just falling over each other in front of him. The camera car of Mitchum, you can see Denny and Ratcliffe just really absolutely all over each other. They came into Druids, but back with our leader, Fenimore, wheel perfect through Graham Hill bend there. As Steve Ross going very slowly at the end of the race, he was having that scrap with Charlie Bateman, and it looks like some sort of a technical problem seems to have put Ross out of the race very, very late on. But Fenimore has been absolutely imperious. He's just driven away. Once he got past Rachel Green, has just driven away from the competition. And it looks like it is going to be a win by Fenimore. He's got just under 2 seconds as he comes across the line, but it is Graham Fenimore by 1.871 seconds from Green, and it is Glenn Denny who just holds on from Ratcliffe, Mitchum and Charles Bateman from 16th on the grid earns himself a top 6 position here at Brands Hatch. Penultimate round of the series. Steve Ross not going to be happy, but there you can see our results. It is, as we said, Fenimore from green and Denny, Ratcliffe Mitchum, Charles Bateman, Christopher Bialan, dropped down the order a little bit, David Knotts, Chris Cappuccini and Andrew Beaumont rounds out our top 10.